Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we will learn SELinux port blocking. This is our second practical how SELinux block the Apache custom port. Now let's move to our second practical demo. SELinux does not only control files and directories, it also controls which network ports a service can run. In this demo, you will see how SELinux port blocks Apache when it tries to run on an unauthorized port. Everybody knows SELinux blocks the directories, but here we will see SELinux also block the custom port. SELinux not block the by default port of the Apache where Apache running on the HTTPD port 80. By default, Apache port is running on the 80, but we will see how SELinux block the unauthorized port which is used into the Apache. By default, Apache is allowed to run only on a specific port. Mainly, the port is 80 and some predefined HTTP ports. Commands to check allow the ports. We will use the semanage port -l pipe grep HTTPD. So, with the help of this command, we will check the authorized and unauthorized port is allowed or not. Here, we will use the unauthorized port is 8081. Port 8081 is not allowed by default. Now the challenge is how to change the by default port of the Apache server. So here is the configuration file Apache use. Apache use etc httpd conf httpd.conf file. These are the main configuration file Apache reads to change the by default port. We will see that Apache use the by default 80 port. He listen to the 80 port. So we change that by default port 80 to 801. Means when you open the httpd.conf file, we found that listen word and there by default port present is 80. So instead of 80, we use 8081. After that, we restart the Apache service with the help of systemctl restart httpd. After restart the Apache service, we face the issue. What kind of issue we face? We face Apache fails to start. Why? Because SELinux deny the unauthorized port to allow into the Linux system. With the help of AU search command, we can find the recent log of the SELinux to check why SELinux blocked the unauthorized port. We will see this demo after finish that detail. Then we understand that audit log. In that audit log, there is AVC Daniel present. Now, what is that AVC Daniel message? That AVC Daniel message shows the deny parameter, and in that parameter he give the most important information why SELinux block the unauthorized port. In that AVC log, we found the deny and name underscore bind parameter. It refers to HTTPD and source port of the HTTPD. So we found that deny log message. In that log message, we see that 8081 is the authorized port and SELinux deny the unauthorized port. Now, what this message give the information? This message give the information is Apache tried to bind the TCP port 8081, but SELinux deny it because port 8081 is labeled as a transparent port and Apache is allow only the HTTPD ports. So, in simple meaning, Apache said that you are not allowed to use this port. This is expected behavior and a common in production environment. Now the challenge is that how we will fix that issue. First we check the current port label with the help of semanage port -l grep 8081. You will see the output that is transparent transproxy port TCP 8081. Now, how we will allow Apache to use the 8081 port with the help of semanage port -a-t http underscore port -p for protocol. We use the protocol TCP 8081. With the help of this command, we allow Apache to use the 8081 port. Suppose this port is already added, so we have to modify this port with the help of -m command. -m defines to modify. After that, restart the Apache. Now Apache starts successfully. Our problem solved without disabling the SELinux. Same thing, we understand how to add the unauthorized port into the SELinux. Simply, if you want to remove that port, you can use the command semanage port -d-p TCP 8081 and verify with the help of semanage port -l grep httpd command. With the help of this, you can remove the unauthorized port, and also you have to change your listen port into the httpd.config file, and after that restart your httpd service. Why we need to restart the httpd service? Because we change the listen port into the httpd configuration file. Any configuration file related changes we can do, but after doing that changes we have to restart particular service regarding of that configuration. Now let's talk about what is AVC. AVC stand for access vector cache. It is the SELinux mechanism that decide whether an action is allowed or denied. that is the SELinux audit log. In that audit log, we see the AVC parameter. It will define why SELinux deny the unauthorized port. In simple word, access vector cache. The short form is AVC. Access for what? Who is trying to access? Vector for what? What action need to be taken? Read, write, bind, execute. And cache. As a Linux, remember decision for a performance. AVC Daniel means SELinux check the request and block it. This AVC occur because Apache is trying to bind to non-HTTPD SELinux port type. The correct fix is to relabel the port using semanage port command, not by disabling the SELinux. Here, the conclusion is SELinux does not break your application, it protects your system. Never disable SELinux into the production environment. You learn how to configure it properly. So, these are the overview of SELinux port blocking. Now, let's do the practical. Here, I am open the new terminal. Let's check which port SELinux allow for Apache with the help of semanage command. Semanage port hyphen L space pipe grep HTTP. Now you can see SELinux allow the below port. Here we can see HTTPD underscore port underscore T. T means type. What TCP port SELinux allow here? 80, 81, 443, 488, 808, 8008, 8009, 8443 and now 9000. Now we going to change port 80 to 8081 and let's see what happen. Go to the configuration file slash etc httpd conf slash httpd.conf and find listen port. See, here my listen port is 80. Now I am going to change 8081. Then escape and save the configuration with the help of :wq command. After that, we check our HTTPD service is running or not with the help of systemctl systemctl status httpd.service. See, as of now, my HTTPD service is running and active mode. Now I am doing the configuration changes of the Apache port, that is 80 to 8081, and now I am going to restart the Apache service. See, now here my Apache service is not started. Why? Because my SELinux is running into my system. Now here, after change the configuration of the port into the HTTPD server and then going to restart the service, that service is not start. Why that service not start? We can see the error. AU search -m AVC space -ts and recent. See, these are the SELinux log. AU search -m AVC -ts and recent. Now, here you can see the AVC log. That log clearly shows that AVC deny name underscore bind, that that is PID number is 2252, which service is deny, HTTPD service is deny to whom 8081 port, that is a source port. And what are the type of that port? Transproxy underscore port. These are the type. So we will check semanage port -l pipe grep http. See, we are doing changes into the configuration file 80 to 8081, but here httpd use the http underscore port underscore t. This type of label SELinux allow into the Linux system. These are the authorized port, and we are doing changes, that is non-authorized port. So how do we allow this port to read the SELinux? We can change the label. First, we will check 8081 port. For that, SELinux give the proper label or not. With the help of semanage port -l pipe grep 8081. C. For 8081, SELinux doesn't allow to read and for the changes. So, what is the proper label to allow and read the non-authorized port, that is HTTP underscore port? These are the proper label SELinux read to allow the changes. Now, how we will do these changes? We will do the changes use the help of semanage port -m Hyphen M, we can see for the modification. We use hyphen A for add, hyphen T for type. Which type? HTTP underscore port underscore T space hyphen P for protocol. Which protocol we use? TCP. And which port? 8081. So these are the correct label to allow the unauthorized port into the SELinux. See, when we add the port, it already show me already defined and modifying instant. So instant of A, I am modify this port. See, after modifying this port, I am using the semanage port hyphen L pipe grep HTTPD. See, in HTTPD underscore port type, we will see 8081 port is present. Means SELinux now allow 8081 port to read the Apache server. Now we restart the Apache service. See, I am successfully restart my Apache service and check the status of the Apache service. See, my Apache service is listen to the 8081 port. Now here we will understand SELinux does not break your application. It protects your system. Never disable SELinux in production. So these are the main benefit of the SELinux. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.